Our New Testament lesson is Matthew, chapter 11, verses 25 through 30. You'll be able to find it in your Pew Bible on page 1513. Again, that's Matthew, 11th chapter, verses 25 through 30, on page 1513. Listen to hear what the Word of God has to say to you. At that time, Jesus said, I praise you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, and revealed them to little children. Yes, Father, for this was your good pleasure. All things have been committed to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and those to whom the Son chooses to reveal him. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn more from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. The word of God.
Thanks be to God.
Let us pray. May the words of my mouth and the collective meditation of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. Amen. Before I start my sermon, I have to admit, I had something happen this morning that kind of threw me off course a little bit. And wondering, will I recover from this? It's nothing real drastic or anything. But as God always knows what we need and what is best, he sent a little angel. He can barely see the top of her head. Annabelle, thank you. After that, I want to say good morning to all of you faithful followers of the Lord. I pray that all of you are doing well, and thank you for deciding to come here and worship with us this morning, especially Annabelle. Thank you for being part of Grove's family this morning. Now, for those of you who pay very close attention to the rotation we have in delivering sermons, I am not Carol. Here's Carol. He's back there, okay? Carol graciously agreed to trade dates with me because I have another appointment elsewhere, and I sincerely thank him for that. So here we are. A new year has begun. And how many of you made resolutions for the new year? I'm the only one? I guess I'm the only one that feels like lying to himself. No, not really. Yeah, it was me. I'm the only one who raised my hand. I think I saw one more back there somewhere. And yes, I made a resolution. And I believe it's a resolution that we all can make this here today. It's not a resolution that is hard to keep. It's not a one-size-fits-all type of thing. And it's a resolution that will bring about a desire and quest for knowledge, questions that demand answers, peace of mind, joy and love to your heart, and hope in times of your needed encouragement. You're asking, what is it that I resolve to do? And I'm going to be asking you to resolve to do. Resolve to know God better. Learn the truth about the stories regarding who God is and what he has done. Let's stop relying on legends that have been passed along and accepted as the truth, or Hollywood's glamorized version of what happened, or greeting cards, depictions of events that we as Christians hold sacred in our hearts. Last week, the Reverend Dr. Toole so aptly pointed out how, according to holiday cards, I did drop the tray there, the three kings gave their gifts to and worshiped the infant Jesus in the stable. And then he read the account of the Magi's encounter according to the Word of God found in the book of Matthew. He recounted the event of how they went to see the child, approximately 2 years old, in the house where he and his parents were staying. Kind of tells me that we shouldn't rely on the artistic freedom employed by large businesses whose main goal is to make money. We as Christians need to rely on the truth. And that truth can only come by learning more about God, this great triune God that we worship. We need to learn of God's promises and his faithfulness. And God always keeps his promises, and he is forever faithful. And we need to learn these things from truthful, reliable sources. The most reliable source, the book that contains the sacred Word of God, the Holy Bible. Now, we're going to talk about reading the Bible, but when you do this on your own, before you read, pray. Pray that the Holy Spirit will guide you, will help you understand what you are reading. In talking about the Word of God, as it is said in Isaiah, All men are like grass, and all their glory is like the flowers of the field. The grass withers and the flowers fall, because the breath of the Lord blows on them. Surely the people are grass. The grass withers and the flowers fall, but the word of our God stands forever. And that, sisters and brothers, is a promise from God. As in the Old Testament reading from Isaiah, starting with the 28th verse, starts with questions that need to be answered. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The rest of the chapter is devoted to telling you what you should know and what you should have heard. That God is the everlasting God and the creator of the ends of the earth. And that is followed by God's promise that he will not grow tired or weary. And you can't even begin to fathom his understanding. God also promises to give strength to the weary and increase the power of the weak. And he continues to promise to those placing their hope in the Lord by saying, they will soar on wings like eagles. They'll run and not grow tired. They will walk, not grow faint. I don't know about you, but I think that's quite a promise. And it's a wonderful promise to those who have chosen to learn about God and to live a life pleasing to him. Think of the words of encouragement and the promise Jesus made to those who have chosen to do his work here on earth. And the words of Jesus to his disciples as he was sending them forth into the world. Make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you. And lo, I will be with you always, even to the end of the age. Jesus also made a promise. He made a promise as we read in the New Testament lesson. First, an invitation. Come to him. When you're laboring and you're weary, come to him, and he promises you he will give you rest. These are promises that we will never be alone. These are promises that will never be broken. Up to this point, I've talked about exploring the reading of the Bible as a way to keep our resolution and to get to know God better. Just remember one thing. Reading the Bible doesn't have to be an independent endeavor. You can always find yourself a Bible buddy or Bible buddies. And then you can discuss what you've each read, how you feel, and what you've learned or discovered, or something that's been renewed within you. And there's always that option of joining in one of the Bible studies we're having here at Grove. This is a paid commercial. It's been very enjoyable, at times entertaining, and always enlightening. And on a personal note, I have to admit the Bible study group has given me a stronger desire to know more about the God we worship. Listening to comments and input from the diverse group members makes you realize how very differently the Lord works in all of us, and how we see out or interpret things with our individually and uniquely wired minds. And I know there's a couple back there saying, I got a few wires crossed, so who's blown? Now, what's another way we can work towards our resolution to get to know God better? Prayer. Want to know more about God? Pray. Have some quiet, uninterrupted time with God. Find yourself a nice prayer closet, some place that's very special to you, and talk to him. Talk to him with reverence and humility, never forgetting to whom you're talking. Speak to him in truth. There's no need not being honest with God. He already knows what's on your mind and what's in your hearts. Hold a conversation with him. I say conversation because that means it's going to be two ways. And it means at some point, you have to listen. Just think about how you handle things when you meet someone and you want to know more about them. Just like Carla said in the children's sermon, you talk to them. You find out things about them. And through conversation, you'll usually find out something about him or her. That's how friendships are formed, by exchanging information through conversation. And just as important as the talking you be doing is the listening you should be doing. Remember, as a wise sage told me, God gave you 2 ears and only 1 mouth. And when you talk to God, take your turn at being still and listen to what God has to say to you. Now, I'm not going to stand here and try to profess that I have all the answers as to how to navigate God better, know God better. Just do it. Let him know, get him to know him better, and a wonderful thing can happen. What will happen during your quest? You get to know yourself better. It can be very liberating to confess to yourself, I am that prodigal son. I have acted in a way that has disrespected my Heavenly Father. My actions, my words, my thoughts, they are not always pleasing to the Father. And yet, when I return home filled with shame and guilt, ready to confess my transgressions and ask for forgiveness, the Father runs to me. I am greeted with a kiss and a hug. A ring is placed upon my finger. A celebration is prepared for me because I once was lost, now I am found. I can also say, or you could also say, I am that 100th sheep that has wandered and gotten lost. My shepherd has found me. My shepherd has saved me. For my shepherd has promised me once I become his, no one can snatch me from his hands. I implore you to come and let's make this resolution together. Let's get to know our ever faithful, loving, merciful, gracious God better. Tell you what, let's not make it a New Year's resolution. How about if we call it a new life resolution? And it won't be just for 1 year. Let's make it renewable every year for the rest of our lives. Amen. Amen. Now, normally I would announce the hymn to be sung and we would proceed. Now, we will be singing hymn 350. Okay? I would not let you get away without doing that. I love this song. But I would like for us to take a closer look at this song of praise. It's a more modern hymn. It's written in 1987 by John L. Bell. It is set to a traditional Scottish melody, Kelvin Grove. It's based on Mark, 1st chapter, verses 16 through 20. Now, just to refresh your memory, that's the story of when Jesus was walking beside the Sea of Galilee and saw 2 fishermen, Simon and his brother Andrew, and they were casting their nets. Jesus said to them, "Come, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Now, lo, the Father, Jesus saw the sons of Zebedee, James and John, in a boat, preparing their nets. He called them, and they left their father in the boat with the hired men, and they followed him. Now, the first 3 verses are questions asked by Jesus of his new followers, and the 4th verse is a response by the ones being called. The words are simple, they're plain, direct, and easy to understand. It's very much the way Jesus spoke. Now, if you haven't already, just open your hymnals to 350. That was only one without hymnal. Please indulge me while I can follow as I read the lyrics. Will you come and follow me if I but call your name? Will you go where you don't know and never be the same? Will you let my love be shown? Will you let my name be known? Will you let my life be grown in you and you in me? When you leave yourself behind, if I had but call your name, will you care for cruel and kind and never be the same? Will you risk the hostile stare should your life attract or scare? Will you let me answer prayer and you in me? Will you let the blinded see if I but call your name? Will you set the prisoners free and never be the same? Will you kiss the leper clean and do such as this unseen and admit to what I mean in you in me? Lord, your summons echoes true. When you but call my name, let me turn and follow you and never be the same. In your company I'll go, where your love and footsteps show. Thus I move and live and grow in you in me. I pray the words will have more meaning as we sing the hymn together. I also pray it helps to strengthen our desire to get to know our Lord better. And I pray the final verse sings of the heartfelt resolution that we will keep forever.